Guys, hello, how are you doing today? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back. Shout out to all the subscribers. Welcome along anybody new. Gratitude to everyone. This video, we're going to be talking about 3 really important mistakes that I see beginners make, that you might be making, that you might not even be aware of, right? We're going to cover that in this video. I'm going to bring you a little bit of footage from the gym from yesterday. Shout out to Joshua, he was helping me out. I was filming it. There's no mic audio, but I'm going to explain what's happening in this video. And so you, the beginner, can be aware of them and correct the mistakes, right? If you don't know about them, because they are quite common and they will affect your game. So let's get into the video. All right, I hope you can see me. It's just started to snow here. It's about 11:30 in the morning and we're expecting quite a bit of snow here in New York City. So I wanted to come out and shoot a couple of videos because all this is probably going to be snow for the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be difficult to get content. But anyway, let's start with the mistakes, right? Number 1, this is in no particular order. You got to maintain a good stance. I made a video about that. I'll leave that at the end of this video. That's really important to know because it's going to help cover a lot of the things in this video, right? But basically, a good stance, there's a lot of things to it, right? But one main thing that I see the beginners do is they'll hunch up their shoulders like this, right? Okay. Because there's a lot of information to take on board when you first start learning boxing, that is going to happen naturally, right? And it's a very unnatural thing to do, is to lift your shoulders up, right? And I'll show you Joshua. He was doing it, more than once, and he caught himself doing it, and he realized it was actually hurting his traps up here, right? Not hurting, but he could feel it, right?
All right, guys, so this is actually a very good clip for you to see because it's very subtle how Joshua, shout out to you, he is ready to get into his stance and ready to punch, but as you see, he lifts up his shoulder blades looking slightly unnatural, right? And I noticed that he was a bit too square on as well, so I got him to be less square on and just relax his shoulders. And just the sheer look of somebody with relaxed shoulders, you can just tell it looks more relaxed. And when you're bringing up those shoulder muscles, I think they're called the traps, I'm not 100% sure, but either way, you're lifting and you're raising up your shoulders. It's unnatural. It's going to affect your punch technique and it's going to burn energy. And in this next clip, I noticed he was doing it again. But with boxing, there's always so much to think about and pay attention to that you can forget small details like this. But those small details go a very long way. So when you're shadow boxing, hitting the bag, doing whatever, make sure you're relaxed.
It's just not natural to do that. So one thing that's doing is going to affect your punch technique, right? Try punching like this as opposed to like this, right? It's much easier. And on top of that, you're actually burning energy by doing this, right? Without even doing anything, this is like being unrelaxed like that is costing you energy and it's affecting your punch technique. And it's a very easy fix. You just got to be aware of it. And this is why recording yourself is so important too. So you can fix this when shadow boxing. Just be aware of your shoulders. You don't even have to punch. Just make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Your stance is good. And you're nice and relaxed and your shoulders are not hunched up like that. All right. Number 2 is footwork, right? I've made, quite a few videos on footwork. It's probably the most important thing in the sport, along with keeping your hands up. I'll leave another link at the end of this video on the philosophy of footwork. I've done, at least 10 videos now, maybe not, but close to 10 videos on footwork, and I'll always do more because it's so vital to get. And one important thing that I see beginners do with the feet is, making long steps like this, right? If they're trying to, let me get a different camera angle. So if you're trying to step as a beginner and you're making a long step like this, right? This is just, you're going to be off balance for longer than you need to be. Okay, you're going to bring this foot, and another mistake is to bring this foot too close to this foot. It's so common, it's unbelievable. So to fix that, don't take long wide steps, right? Unless you absolutely need to, if you're getting attacked or something. But if I'm here, I just want to step here. I just want to step here. So keep the footwork tidy. Don't make it too long, and don't bring the feet too close together when you're stepping the other foot, right? Like that. Yeah, because you're going to be really hard to defend yourself properly. Yeah, you can block shots, but you're not going to have your base under you. You're not going to be able to punch properly, so you can't fight anybody off. It's a really big mistake to make, and it's very common, and it's easy to fix. Again, you can fix it just by shadow boxing, working this, nice and simple. making sure you have good balance all the time and your feet are roughly this wide apart. Yes, when you step, you're going to need to step like that to start with, but bring the foot through quicker and don't make long strides, and don't bring the foot here when you finish, right? That's it really for the footwork. I mean, that's not it, but that's it for this video in terms of the main footwork mistakes. There's obviously a lot more beginner mistakes, but these are just the ones that I see. So if you do have any as you're a beginner, shoot it in the comments, let us know. And let me know if you have any things you want me to make videos on. I'll be happy to help. Shout out to all the subscribers, all the new subscribers as well. Massive gratitude to anybody, especially if you're locked in now and you're really trying to absorb the information. I'm so grateful, and you know, I'm here to help. So let me know in the comments. The last one is hand positioning, right? To think about that for a sec. I'm just freestyling really, so I know I had a rough idea, but hand positioning, right? What do I mean by that? Basically, where your hands start and where they end up is as simple as you should really think about this, okay? And especially during punching, especially if you're throwing more than one punch, you know, I see beginners, and this is, some pros do this as well, right? They'll punch like this will come down, this will come here, and the hand position is all over the place, right? Really, if I'm just throwing a jab, we'll just keep it simple with the jab, right? I want it come from my chin, and I want to shoot it straight, impact, and I want to bring it right back to my chin, okay? This is so important to know because it's so dangerous to leave a jab out here, right? This is called a lazy jab, boom, I'm bringing it back here as opposed to here. And that's the difference, is basically literally getting knocked out. If you're in a real situation, in an actual boxing match, you can get knocked out just from doing that. I've seen it loads of times, especially in the pros. You can come over somebody's jab, or if someone's boxing like this and their hand position is lazy or it's not tight, you've got to imagine your hands are on a spring, right? And they're like, so the spring won't let them go out unless you push it, boom, and it comes right back to where it was. That's crucial. And that's something, you know, the hand positioning is way more detailed than this, because when you start throwing other punches, like I said, beginners will do this and the hands all over the place, but you've got to keep it tight every time. Boom, 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 right back to the chin. I'll try and zoom in. This is what a 1, 2, 3 should really feel like, right? Going slowly. 1, 2, 3. My hands are here, okay, as opposed to 1, 2, 3. So the hands are like all over the place. Boom, 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 right here, nice and safe, basically. The closer your hands are to your face and you have that consistent hand positioning, good hand positioning, the safer you are, the more, you know, efficient of a boxer you are. From a basic doing the right thing, right? Keeping your hands up whilst punching as well. But even it's just a basic level from a jab, or do it, zoom in here, right? Don't do this. Well, first of all, if you're starting here, that's bad anyway, right? So just fix it by moving it here. And if you're punching and bringing it back to here, that's not good either, okay? That's literally defending nothing. So boom, here, right back to the chin. And that's a simple fix. Just checking my audio is still good. Sometimes it cuts out, but those 3 things right there. Make sure your shoulders aren't hunched up, okay? Little fix like that. Think about that for a second, how hard it is to make a proper 1-2 like this, right? Or like this. Boom, boom. So that's an important one. Your feet, your footwork, don't make long strides, maintain your balance, and don't make, you know, your foot to come too close to it either. You know, there's a lot more in footwork, but just for the sake of this video, keep your feet at the right length. And then your hand positioning, right? Always make sure your hands are right here. And this one isn't doing this when you're punching, it's staying here, okay? That's so important, and it's a fix you can do, I think, you know? Just watch yourself back when you shadow box and look for the mistakes. That is it from me. I will try to get some content out as much as I can. I might go for a light run and talk on an older piece of content that people might not have seen or something like that to get it out to you. And as I said, big shout out to all the subscribers. Thank you so much. Hope everyone's well. And if you are living in New York, you know, enjoy the snow. I mean, they're trying to make out like, you know, it's World War III going on out here. Well, we should batten down the hatches forever. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you.